there are two teams. One team that's out in the field and one team that's in the pavilion. The team that's in goes out, and when each man goes out to bat, and when he's out, he comes in. And then the next man who's in goes out until he's out, then he comes in. When all the men who are in go out and get out, they come in, and then they go on the field, and the team that's out, they come in, and it's their turn to go now. But when both teams have completed going out, getting out, and coming in, that's the end of the game. It's just a game of in and out. I have been out more than I've been in. Because basically I've been a bowler. But anyhow, I would like to congratulate and applaud my fellow inductees for their achievements and their contributions in the various sports. And I feel very privileged to be part of that group. Very honored. And I thank the Burnaby Sports Hall of Fame Committee for this honor and recognition. I think it was a very good gesture on the part of the committee, I'm sure there are other people as well, who thought of establishing a Sports Hall of Fame here in Burnaby. Because I think not only does it pay tribute to people who have achieved outstandingly in sports, but it serves as an inspiration and an incentive for young athletes coming up through the system. And I think that's a very good gesture. And since cricket is not a very popular game in Canada, I think that the fact that cricket is inducted at this time reflects to me that you have a philosophy of total inclusiveness of all sports, and I want to commend the Sports Hall of Fame Committee for that kind of philosophy and attitude. Thank you very much for that. I would like to thank a few people who have created the opportunity or made it possible for me to serve cricket at the various levels, locally, provincially, and nationally, at the various levels as a player, as a coach, and as an administrator. I thank them very much. And I begin with thanking God and my parents, because without them, I would not even have had the opportunity to experience the joy and satisfaction of serving and playing. So I thank him. My father was a pretty good cricketer, and I'm sure that I have inherited some of his genes. But what impressed me about him was the way he conducted himself, the way he got players together and worked with them, ordinary average players, worked with them, and then led them to victory. And that's what stands out in my mind about him. He had very high standards of sportsmanship as well, ethics of fairness and so on, which he is very well needed in sports. So, and recently, thankfully, up to last year, the government of Trinidad and Tobago, where I'm from, they named a cricket field in honor of the family's tradition in cricket. And that is an honor we are humbled by it as well. So I thank my family. I thank all the members of my family. I have my daughter here tonight and my son Brian. You've heard from Barry in Australia. Both Brian and Barry captained the national junior teams in international competition. Barry was the youngest player to ever represent Canada at the age of 16 at the senior level. Then he continued to play for 17 consecutive years on the national team, which was wonderful as well. So I'm thankful that my friend Cecil Beach, who's been a close follower of cricket as well, is here to grace me with his presence. And members of the British Columbia Mainland Cricket League, Alex Turtle, the president. I know this is a busy time for you, but you've taken the time to come. Thank you for coming, and good luck in your as we get ready to launch the 2014 season. I'm sitting at the table with some people who are very good friends, people who have served the community as well, and I look forward to their continued service for the community. Patty Sahota, who many or most of you probably know, she has represented us in the legislature in Victoria. And there's Barbara Spitz, who has been a school trustee and is on the board of St. Michael's Hospice. These are people who, as our mayor has said, we need the hub of the community to work together. And I'm thankful that we have people like these who give up their time, who volunteer to work for the community and make it the best. Because indeed we have a very vibrant, a very diverse community, and we must capitalize on using the diversity and resources in our community to the fullest potential so that we can bring out, because Burnaby, of course, is one of the most multicultural communities in the world, and we are proud to be that. I also have to thank a man who has helped put cricket on the map in Burnaby, and that is Tom Berridge. He is a sports reporter par excellence. He is not just a reporter of sports, but he puts his heart and soul into the sports, and he's very comprehensive. And I remember very well in the 90s when Canada was going through a period because the ICC, the cricket body, had requested that associate countries like Canada had to develop players from the indigenous population. And at that time we were trying to introduce grassroots development in the schools, Canada cricket and so on. And Tom Berridge was indeed very helpful in giving us the exposure and the publicity that was needed in order to get that grassroots movement going. So thank you very much, Tom. I'm sure that if your uncle George Berridge were alive today, he would be very proud of you for the work that you're doing to encourage cricket. Because indeed, George Berridge was a very loyal and good cricketer as well. So thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, all the best.